Welcome back to Precision Trader University. Once again, in this video, I'd like to show you how to use Bookmap, the most powerful trading tool that exists. Show you how to use this trading tool to find where the market is just handing out money. So with that in mind, guys, let's jump right into it. Should see Bookmap. We got GE pulled up. Okay, so we played GE. And also we played Tesla today in the server. As far as our entries, let me quickly flip over to the entries and let's see what our entries were. Okay, so we had, let's see. So we had Tesla today, entry 185 and 186. Okay, so that was one entry, and then we'll get to Tesla in a second. And then GE 95 and 96. Okay, so that was our two entries for the day, real life entries, guys. Again, all this is sent out in advance. There's no, sending it out after the fact, none of that junk. Again, because with Bookmap, we don't have to send out stuff. We don't have to chase stuff, guys. We don't have to wait for the double tops, the head and shoulders, all these different, unfortunately, a lot of traders are having to get, second and third confirmation on a lot of entries. For us guys, we play virgin entries. We can play virgin entries. We got, 1,000+ trades, virgin entries, guys. We didn't wait for double tops. We didn't wait for head and shoulders. Okay. So again, that's the power of knowing what we know, the combination of Bookmap and our indicator course 2.0 and strategy course. I mean, it's just, yeah, there's people that say you can't predict the market. Well, they're not lying because they can't, but just because they can't doesn't mean other people can't. So with that said, guys, GE. Well, what do we see here? We know from previous videos, Bookmap here is allowing us to see the monster liquidity in the market. Now, if you zoom in, you can start seeing all kind of, you can start seeing a lot more liquidity once you start coming to see all this stuff. I mean, look at that. You can see again, but this ain't major liquidity, guys. Okay, not major liquidity. You want to see major liquidity? You zoom out here on the $5 increments. When you can see it on the $5 increment, now you know you're dealing with some serious liquidity. Okay, and when you know how to take advantage of these, when you know how to identify and then take advantage of these major liquidity levels, again, it makes life extremely easy. So with that said, we got four powerful Bookmap strategies we use to take advantage of major liquidity. Now, if you watch previous videos, you know this is a textbook SML setup. Okay, short major liquidity, SML. So we know as a stock pushes into monster liquidity above, in this case, the $95 increment, we know the chances of them dumping off 95 and giving us at least $1 profit is well above 90% probabilities. Okay, phenomenal. Like I said, we have hundreds and hundreds of trades that using this strategy, guys. So this ain't just, oh, it works sometimes. No, it works all the time. Every day there's tons of setups like this in the market. You just got to be, you just got to know how to find them. Now, as far as finding them, okay, that's pretty simple. You're just scanning for SML entries, push through entries. You're just scanning for what's, the biggest gainers on the day. That's it. Dollar gainers on the day. That's it. Now you say, well, I can't afford, now the problem comes in. Well, you know what? I can't afford a lot of GE. I mean, it's $100 stock. I don't have that kind of money. Well, guys, you need to you got to make the transition into trading some prop firm capital. Okay. Now that we have located and we are absolutely pushing and promoting Surge Trader prop firm. Here, let me flip over there just to show you quickly what Surge Trader looks like. Let's see here. All righty, let me see if I can get it pulled up here. All right, guys, should be able to see my screen there. All right, flipping over here. So this is Surge Trader. Okay, prop firm, pretty simple, guys. They let you trade their capital. Okay, all you have to do is pass a very reasonable challenge to show that you are, you're actually a solid trader. All right, because they're not going to just hand out money to anybody that's not not a decent trader. So this is what, the different tiers of accounts that you can get. And this is the price of them. Again, no time limit. This is the big thing, guys, with a lot of prop firms where they take advantage of a lot of people. There's time limits, okay? They put ridiculous time limits when in reality, okay, any good traders knows you do not want to be pressed for time. You want to let just setups just come naturally. You don't want to chase the market, okay? You want to let the market come to you. So with Surge Trader, there is no time limit. No time limit at all, guys. So needless to say here, just for example, your 100,000, the 100K account, that's going to allow you to trade 10 lots or 1,000 shares of any stock available on Surge Trader. 25 lots, 2,500 shares. The 500,000 is going to allow you to trade 5,000 shares, and then the million being 10,000 shares. So needless to say, plenty of leverage, guys. You can make a ton of money here. And again, you're not trading your own capital. Okay. So some of the benefits of that is, you got to realize if you, for example, you're not getting double tax. For example, if you make $100,000 of your own money and say you're going to trade with that, well, you made it. You got to pay Uncle Sam your 100,000 there. And then whatever trading profits with, you got to pay Uncle Sam again. Whereas, if you come in here with fund capital, $250,000 here, okay, you didn't have to go make that on your hard-earned money and then have to pay Uncle Sam on that. Okay. You're just having to pay just the profits off of that capital that you're trading there. So anyway, guys, there's so many benefits to trading other people's capital. It's any long-time serious trader is not trading their own capital unless they just got millions and millions of dollars that they can just, trade with. You got $1 million plus dollars that you can freely trade with, and hey, knock yourself out, use your own capital. But vast majority of traders are not going to have that kind of capital. Now, flipping back over to GE. Let me see here. All right, so here's GE. Okay, so this was our entry for the morning there, all the way up there. As you can see, it's all dumped all the way back into 92. There's a very good chance for them to dump back into the 91 algo today. All right, so also too, we sent out the swing trade on GE. Now, on our scanner tool here, what is very, very important here to take into consideration? ATR. So we've seen today that GE is up to historical ATR levels. Okay, when GE starts getting around $8 to $10 on an ATR, that's historic. And if you notice, the last time they did it was around an earnings event. Okay, so that's why whenever earnings rolls around, when you start getting earnings events, stuff like that, I think they had GE Day or something like that. So they had their big, whatever day, showing off their new, Bluetooth refrigerator or something. But anyway, so we know that on historical events, earnings, GE Day, that this is possible. Okay, it is absolutely possible for them to get up to around this area. Problem is, we know, or the thing is, when they get up here, we know that they're going to start running out of steam. There's going to be a lot of profit taken. Now, because I don't know about you, but I couldn't predict that it was going to do an $8 day like today. I mean, that hasn't happened in, the last time that happened was April last year. So if you're just sitting around trying to, just sitting there watching this and just waiting for the day when you're going to catch a big old runner on GE, well, you're going to have to, on average here, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait a year, once a year. So for me, I would much rather let those days happen and then hammer it whenever it gets there. So anyway, flipping back over to Bookmap. Alrighty, it's pretty simple here, guys. Once you get to that monster level, we're looking to enter. So our entry range is 94.70. Okay, on our SML plays, our entry is 94.70, $94.70, and between there and 95. So that's our sweet spot that we're looking to get some nice entries. We've seen that they pulled it back here earlier in the morning. It got up to 94.50. They dumped it off of that all the way back to 93, close to 93, and then bam, we finally get our entry up here. Finally got our entry back up here at 95. Okay, they finally get it up there into that major liquidity. And then as you can see, what proceeds to happen, dump, all the way back to the VWAP. VWAP was the first line of serious buying that came in. And yep, they were able to pop it all the way back to 94. Seen some sellers come in right there. Bam, knocked it straight back down all the way to the VWAP and lower. So had some buyers come in here at 92. So this is a situation here. You know, we're looking for them to get it into 91 ideally today, but at the same time, you see some serious buyers coming in here at 92, take that profit, you know, take it. There's no need to risk letting a bunch of runner profit disappear, because ultimately we know that there's still a ton of liquidity up here at 95. We could absolutely wake up tomorrow and they've run it up, gapped it up there, because we know our major levels right now is 95 and 100, 95 and 100. So anyway, with that said, it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. All right, another stock we played today was Tesla. All right, now some context on Mr. Tesla. Mr. Tesla had dumped big time, and then in the pre-market, and then they pumped it up from starting this morning at 176, 175. Yeah, had some major liquidity there at 175, 176 in the pre-market, and guess what? They buy it up off of that. Monster liquidity comes in here at 180. They get it up there, start it there around the pre-market, and then at the open, okay, we look at our $5 increments. Where's our major liquidity at? Got monster liquidity at 185. Okay, so that tells us right there, Tesla's absolutely either going to 185 today or back to 175. Well, once they start popping off, head to 185 today, we know they've already recovered from 176. So that'd be a $10 move. And Tesla's ATR average is around, $8 to $10. So absolutely an area where we're expecting them to run out of steam and give us back some very, very high probability money. So with that said, Tesla gets up there, finally gets to 185, and what do? Boom, give us the dump. Our target, our runner target was 183.50 just to be safe. Right there, they dumped it there and they popped it all the way back into the 184. So we were very glad we took it back there. Now again, that's a situation if you're confident in more downside, that's fine. And you can re-enter on the pop back above 184. But at the same time, why would we want to give this high probability, pop area? Why would we want to give it back a bunch of runner profit right here on 183, 183.50? No, we'll take it. And if they pop it, then if you still like it, get back in with some more. Again, guys, we know based on our strategies and our indicator course where high probability pop areas are. So for example, we just looked there at GE. Let me pull up, let me see here. Let me pull up Tesla. Let's see, you should be able to see it. Hopefully I'm on the right screen. Alrighty, so on Tesla, let's pull that up on our scanning screen. Another thing too on Tesla, guys, we had our, today was the finish of our big swing trade. We had put on some, I don't know how many weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. This was our swing here on Tesla when it got up to the 214, pretty much anything over 210. Okay, we were looking absolutely for the suck back into 180, so we sent the swing trade out that day. So needless to say, that one finally hit the final target for 181 was our final target there on our arrow. So anyway, did really good on that. But as far as intraday, as far as our taking advantage of it today, let's see here. Am I on the right screen? Nope, I think I'm on the wrong screen, guys. I apologize. All right, so hopefully, yeah, you should be able to see the right one now. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying over here on our swing trade on SPY, right here, this was our swing trade that finished out. Like I said, we've got our final target there. And then as far as 185 today, all right, here we go. So like I said, we pumped really hard from down here around 176, had a major algo down there. All right, again, guys, algos are just levels that computers and institutions buy and sell off big time. So knowing these levels are extremely, again, algos are leading indicators, not lagging indicators. Okay, so we love leading indicators with the way we trade. So with that said, at the open, bam, blast up from 180 straight into 185. I mean, look at that. We had monster algo resistance there. We also had the $5 increment in Bookmap major. So it was one of those that yeah, getting a dump back into 183, 183.50 was very, very, very likely. So we were absolutely expecting some pop back into or dump back into this area. And then, yeah, we can see there they've just been grinding down the rest of the day. So anyway, so that was Tesla. So really, really nice there. So guys, both beautiful entries on the SML today. 2 SML entries on Tesla and GE. Very, very high probability money. So with that said, guys, appreciate you watching the video. Everybody that made it to the end. If you'd like to learn more, feel free to come to the server. Like I said, we we have some extremely powerful ways to trade the market. Like I said, what we do with here with Bookmap is, like I said, this just this is just part of what we use to take advantage of the market. So like I said, be more than happy to have you. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the general chat or come ask them in the server. So with that said, thank you for the ones that made it to the end of the video.